Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to our English class. And today we're going to learn and discuss about an exciting material that is the future tense and also the progressive tense. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how this future tense is collaborated with the progressive tense, and then the definition of the tense itself, and also the example, and also when we should use the future tense, and how if it is combined with the progressive tense. So, wait a second, I will start sharing my screen. So yes, here we go. Future tense and progressive tense. If you were if you heard the words future tense, what's the thing that come to your mind? It must be like will, yeah, and then you heard a lot about this in your previous level of education. But how if it is combined with the progressive tense? Do you understand when it should be used and what kind of tenses is that? And another thing about the combination of these two tenses. So the future tense is a verb tense used for a future activity or a future state of being. So for example, if it is used as the future activity, I will jump in the lake. So if you see here, there is an activity that is jumping in the lake. And if you see the second example, it is a little bit different because we couldn't see whether someone is happy or we couldn't see whether someone is sad. So I will be happy here is a future state of being. So we don't know whether deep inside that someone is happy or someone is sad. So that is called the future state of being. So how this tense is determined. So the tense of a verb is determined by when the action took place. So the three main tenses that are used in the daily life, or the structure that are there, yeah, is actually three types of tenses, three main type of tenses. The first one is past tense, the second one is present tense, the third one is future tense. So we are going to focus on the third one, that is future tense. So the future tense itself is divided into four types of future tense. The first one is simple future tense. This is probably the most familiar tense that you already heard, or you already learned in your previous level of education. So let's say the example here. The examples is I will go, and we will celebrate our anniversary by flying to New York. So this is actually not complicated tense. If you can see, we only add will, yeah, before the verb itself. And of course, because we use will, the verb should be the base form of the verb, yeah, without to or without ing. And this verb is used for an action that will occur in the future. So the second one is future progressive tense. So this is the combination between future and also progressive. The example is I will be going. The Moscow State Circus will be performing in Cheltenham for the next 3 weeks. If you see the structure of these two sentences, you will see after will we find to be, yeah? In this case, because it should be in the base form, so this is in the form of the word be, yeah? So after the be, because this is progressive, we have to use the verb in. So will be going and will be performing. And This future progressive tense is used for an ongoing action that will occur in the future. So after that, we're going to move to the next type, the third type, that is future perfect tense. So in this case, we already moved to the future perfect, to the perfect tense, yeah? So if you remember, if it is present tense, we have to use has or have plus uh, verb 3 or past participle. So it is quite the same with the future perfect tense, but the difference is only we should use will as well. So before the perfect itself or before the have or has, sorry, in this case we only use have because there is will, yeah, of course we have to use the base form, so it is have. But before the perfect, I mean like have plus verb 3 or past participle, we have to use will because this is also called future, yeah. So future perfect tense is uh, future perfect tense means will plus have plus verb 3 or past participle. So let's see the example. I will have gone, and then by the time you arrive, we will have finished the meal and the speeches. So the future perfect tense is used to describe an action that will have been completed at some point in the future. So we are going to move to the fourth type of the future tense, that is future perfect progressive. So this is probably the most complicated tenses that we're going to discuss in this occasion, yeah. So I will have been going in July next year, you will have been studying for 3 years, yeah. So there are four words, yeah, becoming or belonging to this structure, yeah. If you see, will have been going and also will have been studying, because it is a combination of three kinds of tenses, yeah. And then perfect itself contains of two words, yeah, have plus past participle of verb 3. So this is uh four words, yeah. So future perfect progressive. Future, the use of will. Perfect, the use of have plus verb 3 or past participle. And progressive itself, the use of verb in. Yeah. So the future perfect progressive tense is used for an ongoing action that will be completed at some specified time in the future. So if it is future perfect tense, it means that uh, you have been predicting, yeah, predicting what will be going or what will be completed in the future at some point in the future. And if it is future perfect progressive, so it is also like a prediction of what will be an ongoing action or an ongoing process that will be completed at some point in the future, or at some specified time in the future. So this is the diagram, or this is the graph that you can see if you were confused what is the tense is used, or when the tense is used. So if you can see, this is the diagram contains of three main tenses that I discussed before. So there is past, there is present, there is future. So past means something in the past, yeah, it already happened, it already occurred. And then present is um, now, yeah, I mean like our situation now. And then the futures, of course, um, it's related about something in the future. So the future activity, or the simple future tense, is here. So it shows the activity after the present, yeah, or in the future. So I will dance tomorrow, David will be late, are the examples of simple future tense. And also there are more examples, just I will play after breakfast. Susan will not go to Germany. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. And these are quotes by famous people, yeah, in the world. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Wow, this is a very good quote from author of Mandino. And then also logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. So maybe this is related to dream, yeah. So don't be afraid to dream big, yeah. So because imagination will take you everywhere. So for example, I will go to the Europe someday in the future. So this is a good dream, yeah. So don't be afraid to have your dream, yeah, your imagination, your wild imagination. That's totally fine. Women and cats will do as they please, and men and dogs should relax and get used to the idea. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. This is also a good quote, actually. So please do what you love, yeah, especially when you choose a job. So choose a job you love, because it will not make you feel like you are doing something, but it likes or you were working, yeah, but you do what you love. You enjoy all the process in your job or in your work. So this is a very good quote, actually. So the second one is future progressive tense, yeah. So future progressive tense, yeah. If it is called progressive, so it is about ongoing activity in the future. So what will be an ongoing program in the future? So the formula is will be plus present participle, yeah, or verb ing, or what we all know by verb ing. So I will be fishing tomorrow. Ian will be singing later. So for example, yeah, for example, I will be fishing tomorrow. For example, if your friends ask you or invite you to go to her or his house, yeah, tomorrow at 9 a.m., for example, could you please go to my house tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the morning, because I will have a small birthday party tomorrow at 9 a.m. Yeah, and then you said that I will be fishing tomorrow. So you have a certain plan tomorrow, and at that time you are going to be fishing. Yeah, at that time. So for example, you will go there, go to the fishing place at 8 o'clock in the morning. So in 9 o'clock, sorry, at 9 o'clock, probably be you will probably still be fishing there. So uh, the future progressive tense saying something about ongoing activity in the future. So these are more example about future progressive tense. Like I will be playing for an hour. Will I be spending too much money if I buy the newer model? He will be fighting his way to the boxing championship. Always be nice to those younger than you, because they are the ones who will be writing about you. Wow, this is a good sentence, yeah? Good word. In September, we will be enjoying all the fruit we planted last March, and etc. So we are going to move to the future perfect tense, yeah? Future perfect tense is the third tense, yeah, that we discussed in this occasion. So the formula is will have plus past participle or 30. So John will have gone by then. I will have eaten before 9 o'clock. So if you see here the diagram, at this time the future activity will be completed. So, for example, if you repair your cell phone, for example, in a service center, and then you will be asking something about your phone, when will my phone have finished? Yeah, have repaired well and everything, and then the what's that? The mechanic, is it called mechanic, or the one who repaired your phone will say, I will have finished or I will have repaired your phone by 9 o'clock, for example. So this is the use of future perfect tense. And we can also look at more example here, such as I will have played by breakfast. By September, Jenny will have taken over that role. Will you have graduated by this time next year? And then also there are also some was that there is also a quote, yeah, by actor Will Rothar. I hope that when I leave this planet, I will have touch of you people in a positive way. And also, this is the fourth tense that we discussed in this occasion: future perfect progressive tense. Yeah. So will have been plus past participle of verb 3. Sarah will have been teaching for an hour by 8 o'clock. By the end of the race, I will have been running for 6 weeks. So it is about future activities still ongoing at this time. Yeah. The future activity that will be ongoing when ongoing at this time. Yeah. So Sarah will have been talking for an hour by 8 o'clock, for example. There are also more examples, such as I will have been playing for 2 hours by breakfast. By the time the boat arrives, they will have been leaving without proper food for 2 weeks. Shops that will have been running for 3 or 2 years, by then will have to close down. They will have been driving for 10 hours by the time they arrive in Scotland. If it rains again tomorrow, then it will have been raining for 3 years, and also another example. So these are all about future tense and progressive tense. If you have any questions related to the material today, you can see in the comments. In the comments, for example, there are some people have already dropped comments, and then also you can actually communicate with your peer and with your friends, with your classmates through the comment box below. And also, if you have further questions, or if you still don't understand about the material, you can always write in the discussion forum in the e-learning and start a discussion about the material. Thank you for paying attention to this video. See you in the next material. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.